So here's an article I want everyone to see. Pope and Argentine president appeared to find some common ground. The two men hold radically different views, and the president, Javier Milei, has spoken about Francis in harsh terms, but the Vatican said their meeting was cordial. President Javier Milei, who before taking office ridiculed Pope Francis as being an imbecile and accused him of violating the Ten Commandments, met with the pontiff on Monday for an hour-long conversation that the Vatican described as cordial. The Vatican said in a statement that the two leaders had spoken at a private meeting about their shared will to further strengthen relations and address the Milei government program to counter economic crisis in Argentina. Now, I'll remind everyone, this very same Argentina president has created an inflation so high that most people cannot afford to live. He stated it was shock therapy for the economy, which is roughly 200%. Now, let's take a look at this meeting with the Pope.
Carta de Alberto. No, por favor, muchas gracias. Este cuadro de este año, que lo que yo escribí, Laudato Si, Laudate Deum, Fratelli Tutti, el ambiente, que son las que tienen más, que triunfamos. Gracias por tu... No, gracias por favor. Alberto, un gusto. Ese tremendo...
Now, there's so much going on in this picture. That's President Javier Milei's sister, who looks to be representing one-eyed symbolism. Next up, we're going to be looking into the Third Temple. So, pro-Palestine social media users have accused Argentina President Milei of calling for the destruction of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, if I'm saying that correctly. The New Arab looks into the claims. So this president visited Israel last week, where he pledged to move the Argentine embassy to Tel Aviv, to Jerusalem, despite Palestinians claiming the eastern sector as a capital for their future state, and pledged support for Israel's war on Gaza. So basically, he's pledging to support the Rothschilds because they own Israel. Later, Milei was accused by pro-Palestinian campaigners of calling for the destruction of their mosque, rebuilding the Third Temple in its place. While there's no proof he had directly called for this, he did retell a Masonic in the response of the contemporary rabbi. Javier Milei is a right-wing libertarian politician who was promised to enact Year Zero policies to configure the flailing Argentine economy. And as stated previously, he raised it to 211%, and he's calling it shock therapy. Yeah. He's also known to be a huge supporter of Israel, pledging to move his embassy there. Milei was raised a Catholic and is rumored to have converted to Judaism, having closely studied Jewish scripture and having a personal rabbi for years. During his visit to Jerusalem, he prayed at the Western Wall, where he wept among a crowd of supporters. Have a look at the video, everyone.
Destrucción del segundo templo a manos de los romanos.
This story took place after the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans.
Se encontraba Rabbi Akiva y sus colegas observando el monte del templo en ruinas y vieron a un zorro salir del lugar más santo de lo que era el templo.
Rabbi Akiva and his colleagues were observing the Temple Mount in ruins, and they saw a fox leave the holiest of holies in the temple.
No podría haber una escena más desalentadora que aquella.
There could have been no more disheartening scene than that.
Frente a esta terrible escena, los rabinos lloraron en señal de duelo, pero Rabbi Akiva comenzó a reír.
In the face of this terrible scene, the rabbis cried in mourning, but Rabbi Akiva started to laugh.
Sus colegas le preguntaron cómo podía reír frente a semejante tragedia, a lo que Rabbi Akiva respondió.
His colleagues asked how he could possibly laugh in the face of such a tragedy, to which Rabbi Akiva answered,
Hay una profecía acerca de la destrucción que relata que un zorro irrumpiría en el lugar más santo.
"There's a prophecy about the destruction that says that a fox will break into the holiest of holies.
También hay otra profecía que relata que este mismo lugar será reconstruido.
There is another prophecy that says that the same place will be rebuilt.
Ahora que veo con mis propios ojos cumplirse la primera profecía,
Now that I see with my own eyes the first prophecy come true,
me río de alegría y esperanza, ya que de seguro se cumplirá la segunda profecía.
I laugh in joy and full of hope, as the second prophecy will surely come true."
Now, with all of that said, keep in mind, the Zionists, the Jews, don't worship the same God we worship. We worship Jesus Christ in truth and in spirit. Our King Jesus didn't bring us this far to abandon us now. You were called, you were chosen. You were knit together in your mother's wombs, fearfully and wonderfully made. We are called to serve. King Jesus bless you all.